Hi Cancer, this is your mid-March 2019 reading. Cancer, as we have been speaking about it in the last couple of videos, you have a lot of planets which are focused on your relationship with others. How do you connect with the other people in your life, especially the people who are core to you, your partner, your business partner, the people who are in connection with you on a one-on-one basis. How do you connect with them, and what are the kind of people who come in your life who connect with you? There's a deep change in how you relate to others, as well as the kind of people who are coming in your life who will be a big influence in your life on a longer term basis. That is being reflected by the transits that are happening right now. What happens in March though is that there is another long term transit that begins, which impact your social network, that impacts your friends network, which is Uranus moving into your house of network, friendships and vision. We have Uranus coming into this house after 84 years. We have never seen Uranus and Taurus in our lifetime. We did have Uranus enter this house very briefly last year from May to November 2018. But now Uranus will stay here for the next 7 years. Wherever this planet moves, there is a radical, spontaneous change in what we do in that area of our life. We create new frontiers there. We create new experiences. We engage into connecting with people who are completely different from us. We go beyond the rules, beyond the establishment, beyond the previous old structures, and connect with the people in a way that we have not done before and at a wider scale. This is where you connect with a wider population, possibly online or through transitioning into a new country and connecting with a set of people who are completely different from you. There's a radical confidence that is created in us to connect with people in a very unique and different way when this happens. And this is all part of becoming. With the North Node in your sign, there's a new path that is opening up for you. Your life purpose is unfolding in front of you with North Node in your sign for the first time in 29 years, all the way to middle of 2020. There will be experiences that will come in your life through others, which will open up a completely different vista for you, a different path for you. And that is what is happening as a part of this transition as well. Uranus will disengage you from a previous way of connecting with people. A previous set of people will move away, and you will move into a completely new, different kind of an atmosphere, a different social group, a different network group, which is very unique to you, which connects with you in a very unique way. And it is a progressive group which takes you forward into the future. These are forward looking transits, which means they are creating your future. They are not looking at the back at history or how you have been. You're starting a completely new chapter in your life, and these transits are helping you create the right support system, the right vision, the right path that suits you and is suitable for you in long run. Essentially, Saturn comes in an area only once in 29 years, and it is sitting in your house of partnership. So something is being solidified there, a way of connecting with people, a set of clientele, a set of business network is being set up for you for long run, which will serve you, which will propel you, which will move you to a different phase of life. We also have Mercury going retrograde this month, which I spoke about in detail in a separate video, but specifically for your sign, it is going retrograde in the area of higher vision of our life, the bigger vision of our life. And you will be reviewing the bigger vision of your life during this month. You'll be reviewing the path you're going to, and you'll be sort of encountering people who are different from you, in my view, who are completely different from you, maybe through a travel, maybe through a education process, maybe through an on-job training, or maybe through connecting with mentors who you did not meet before. And you'll be shown a different perspective about what you want to do. What are the tools that you want to acquire to move forward? What are the different things that you want to learn to move forward in your life in terms of your career and your life path? And that is all happening this month, all the way till April. I'm sorry to do this video very late in the month, but I did not have a choice to do it earlier. But I wanted to talk about some of the longer standing transits which will have an impact on you beyond March. So we'll speak about them in detail 1st. I'll leave timestamps for that so you can come back to that during the course of the year, not just this month. And then we'll get into the rest of the month, especially because there is a beautiful full moon that is happening on 20th of this month in your house of home and family. Some form of security, some form of change in your home and family which is beneficial for you gets highlighted at the end of the month as the season changes, and spring or autumn, depending on where you are in the world, that begins, and the tone of the month changes with that, and the tone of where you're going changes with that. There's a lot of focus on your critical axis starting from 20th of the month. As a cardinal season begins, it is a time to begin new things from 20th of the month, and that will be the theme of April as well. We'll speak about it after we talk about the long-standing transits. Refer to the timestamps if you want to go directly to that instead of looking at the long tenor transits. So let's dig into the details of things now. So the first key change that I'd like to talk to you about is that Uranus, the planet of sudden changes and the planet of radical expression, is changing signs on 6th of March, and it will stay in Taurus for the next 7 years, all the way till 27th of April 2026. So for the next 7 years, it will create innovation, it will create brilliance, it will create a change in the way you connect in a social network, the kind of friendships that you engage in, the kind of business networks that you create, they will get revamped. Now, exactly the time or the year when Uranus is on the degrees at which your ascendant, sun or moon is, those are normally the years when you will see a tangible change happen in your life. But when Uranus is such a slow moving planet like Uranus changes sign, that specific year you feel the change in the way you connect to people. So this is the first year you'll experience, at least for the next couple of months, all the way till August, till Uranus is around 0 to 1 degree of Taurus, you'll feel the impact of this change, this shift in outlook, this need for freedom, this need of change in the way you connect with people and the kind of people you connect with. There's like an epiphany of sorts that comes where the way you connect with people as well as your place in the society, you feel you need to have a unique place in the society. You want to have a vision. You want to have a vision for your life which is unique, which is brilliant, which has some creativity engaged in it. There's a free spirit that gets imbibed in us. It sort of unlocks something in us which was limiting us, which was controlling us from moving forward to our vision, to our goal, to our freedom of expression to some extent, and freedom of expression at a larger scale. This is where you connect not just with one-on-one people. This is where you connect with a larger set of people, a network of people, through online communication, through a website, through a social network, through a group that you're part of. You want to see uniqueness in who you connect with, and you see uniqueness in the other people who you're connecting with, and you want to create something which is of value with these people, because Uranus and Taurus wants to create something of value. It is not just about seeking freedom. It is not just about being radical. It is not just about being futuristic to some extent. It is about creating something which is futuristic. It is about creating something which is tangible, which has an end result, which has a value in the material world. So you might combine together with a set of people who agree with your viewpoint to create something unique. You want to see yourself get involved in something, a cause, a project, a social role, a uniqueness of sorts which delivers a material value to the world. And this is sort of Uranus' own house. Uranus rules this house. So it is very comfortable over here. You'll feel the connectivity with people come about easily. This sudden change in who you connect with, these epiphanies of what you want to do in terms of your vision in life, they will come more easily. The shift in your vision of life will come easily. There is sort of a wake up of call. It's like responding to the call of your vision. You respond to something that is calling to you when that happens, because Uranus is a planet which is related to electricity, which is related to sudden lightning bolt. So that's how it hits us. That's how it hits us in our mind. There's a brilliance that comes through to us, a vision that comes to us. Something new has to be done in how you express yourself to the larger set of audience, and It might feel erratic, it might feel hyperactivity to start with, and you need to ground this into something material, because Uranus in Taurus is different from Uranus in Aries. For the last 7 years, we've been having Uranus in Aries, which was all about the startup culture, starting new fires. But Uranus in Taurus is about nurturing that fire. It is about creating value out of innovation. It's about creating something that has commercial value on it. So individuality is favored very much, but impatience and lack of planning is not. So if you decide to set up something like a business of your own, because this Uranus in 11th house gives you ideas about how to create big wealth as well. So if you get ideas about creating big wealth, it asks you to go through the steps. It asks you to create the right kind of network, connect with the people who you feel at a soul level or at an intellect level or at a creative level you connect well with. And with Saturn Pluto in your 7th house, you will be connecting with very powerful people on a one-on-one business basis, on a one-on-one client basis as well. So these ideas will come through to you through connection with people who you're forging right now, who you're forming right now, who you're strengthening right now. And those ideas will guide you into a completely new vision of your life. A completely new light will be visible to you in terms of where you want to go. And there is a sort of a uniqueness and attitude towards money, attitude towards wealth, attitude towards self-worth is shifted with this. You start believing, there's a radical confidence in your own path in life, in hopes and dreams that you have about your life that is created, so you can dream more, you can dream bigger, you can dream beyond your current situations about something that is much more expansive, where you have much more social impact, where you have much more business impact on people. And this is where the radical confidence is created for it. That is where you get the vision, you get accelerated into a path, because Uranus is a planet of speed. Even though it takes 7 years to go through the whole zodiac, but when it hits your sun, moon or ascendant, it's like a lightning bolt. It shifts your life, and especially at 0 or 1 degree of Taurus, there is a deep sense of freedom, the need for freedom, the need to change in terms of who you connect with. And you may not have patience with people right now. You will not suffer fools when the cycle happens. You generally don't suffer fools, but especially now, you will not suffer fools right now. You would want to connect with the people who you truly like, who truly understand your viewpoint, who truly understand where you want to go, and they're ready to join this journey with you. And this is also the time, the second transit, which is rife right now, and it's in effect from mid of March all the way to April, is that Pluto and South Node are joining hands in your house of relationships, in your house of committed relationships, one-on-one relationships. So when Pluto is in a house of partnerships, there's a deep change in how we relate to others, what level we relate to others. We cannot be in partnerships which do not have depth, which do not have content in it. This is not about trying to connect with people on a superficial basis. These are the people who have something common with you at a soul level, at a deep level, and you want to connect with them on a one-on-one basis. And Pluto sort of brings those people out in your life. It transforms your existing relationships, existing marriage relationship. It transforms your existing business partnership. It transforms the way you connect with your clients to give you more power, to give you more independence, to give you more strength in that partnership, in the way you connect to the other person, because it wants you to transform with those relationships. The transformation with Pluto in the 7th house of partnership comes through other people. It comes through you connecting with people who are different from you. It comes from taking a little bit of risk on your talents, on your confidence, on your innate capability to handle it all. It comes through with that. And with Pluto, you are asked to dig deep into your inner strength and connect with people at a very different level, taking a risk on yourself, because Pluto rules your house of risk and creativity. So there is some amount of usage of that strength within you, and that strength gets with practice, with exposure to people who are different from you, it gets strengthened with this transit. And with Pluto and South Node coming together around 5th of April, some blockage, some limiting circumstances, something that is stopping you from connecting with your partners at a deeper level, whether it is in your marriage partnership that the depth is not there as much as you like, or you like to connect with your partner at a different level. And it could have been that there have been turbulent times to get there, but the end result is a deeper and more fulfilling relationship for you. So some blockage which is stopping you from connecting in a more deeper, more fulfilling way with your partner, or to create more value with your business partner, or to connect in a powerful way with your clients. That blockage of relationships, of your ability to relate to others on a deeper level, on a powerful level, that blockage is removed essentially with Pluto and South Node coming together around 5th or 6th of April. And you'll start feeling that from the middle of this month itself. So that is the second key transit. And as you saw, both the Uranus transit as well as the Pluto transit affects the way you connect with people and the kind of people you connect with. And that is a key sea of change. Your transformation for the next couple of years will come through the people who are in your life, the people who you're connecting with, the people who will be your supporters, the people who will be your business partner, your client, or the people who are there in your friendship network. They will combine together, support you, build you up, give you ideas in terms of how to move forward on your life path. And in the next 1.5 years, because of North Node in your sign, you are creating a path which is unique to you. You are getting back on to the track, if you're not on it, on what should be your life path, what is the karma, what is the karmic path we were incarnated to be on. That is what North Node in our sign shows, and it happens only once in 29 years. It sort of fixes us back into it, accelerates our movement. If we are, because we are human, right? We get distracted by what's around us, what people are doing right now, what other people are doing. North Node in our sign, it removes all of those distractions and shows us very clearly what we were meant to do. What did we come here to do? What did we come here to deliver in this lifetime? And that is clearly shown to you through your connectivity with other people essentially. And a kinship is created with these people, a deeper bond is created with these people, because you understand that your life is transforming, your depth in your life is changing as a result of your connectivity with these people. And that is also where the third key transit is, because Sun and Mercury this month, they're focused on your house of adventure, on your house of your relationship with people who are different from you. So Sun and Mercury in Pisces, in positive energy with you, they are focused on you reviewing the higher vision of life. This is the higher mind. This is not about the day-to-day. This is about what are my larger time goals, like why am I here? Those kind of questions come from the higher mind. And when you see why am I here, what are the gaps in terms of my current skill set, in terms of my current abilities, in terms of my current psychology and philosophy, and my current network to get there. Those are the questions. When Mercury is the planet that rules our thinking. So when it goes retrograde, which means that it seems to go in a different direction from its norm, it shows us a different side of itself. It shows us a different side of itself. It shows us a different side of our life. So different part of your brain, a different type of your thinking, a different type of your mindset gets activated through travel, through exposure to foreign people, through a course that you might be thinking, through reading a book, through listening to somebody who's different from you, who's giving you a different kind of information. Something clicks and an epiphany happens, and you get it. You get it where the gap is. You get it what we need to do. The gaps in your bigger picture is what Mercury retrograde this month is highlighting to you, all the way till 28th of this month. What needs to be done to add to your skill set? What needs to be done to add to the people who are in your life so they support you more? what kind of mentors you need to access, what kind of guru you need to go for, what will help you create more faith in your life, in your future, in your current situation. The big questions, they are asked, and we are asked to remove the hindrances as a part of that. So you edit your thought process, you edit your publication, you proofread your bigger picture plan, you proofread your relationship with the mentors, your father or the people who are guiding you, you re-engage with them to figure out where you're going. You travel to get more perspective. You look at the people who are different from you, connect with them over online or by talking to them or by reading about them, and a clarity of direction emerges. This is where we do not want to engage with mundane, but we want to engage with something more than mundane. This is a higher mind, not a detailed mind. This is not the time to get into the details of texts of things, trying to get into an education right now, try to figure out if we can practically numbers, do number work, do detailed legal documentation, etc. It will not interest you. It will in fact be very difficult to focus on right now till the end of the month. You're more focused on the bigger picture in life, and that's where the energy is very, very supportive for you, because Sun and Mercury in this house supports you. It adds to you. So you're able to add more knowledge to yourself. You're able to get a bigger picture, and this is happening for the first time since 2013. So even though this planet goes retrograde 3 times a year, this area of your life, it is going retrograde for the first time since 2013, and it is the first time it is going retrograde at 29 degree Pisces, which is the last degree of the zodiac. When a planet goes retrograde at the last degree of the zodiac, there is an archetype that is broken, an old vision is broken, an old higher vision of our life, some limiting belief, some limiting philosophy is broken about ourselves, so we can see a bigger picture of our life. We can see beyond where we are right now, so we can get there. And this is also the area in which we had the new moon of 5th or 6th of March at the start of this month. So there's a fresh faith which is infused this month in your journey. Things that expand your mind, they start coming to you in form of people who are different from you, travel that happens that gives you a different perspective, an interaction with a philosopher, an interaction with a spiritual person, an interaction with a mentor gives you a different picture. And we break away from the mundane and look at how can we add more adventure, more talent, more education, more strength, more tools that build us up in terms of our career going forward. And that is a key theme of March 2019. I'll encourage you to travel, I'll encourage you to read, I'll encourage you to interact with people who are different from you, to infuse yourself with more ideas this month, all the way till the middle of April actually, because Mercury will be focused on this area for 9 weeks, starting from mid of February till mid of April. I spoke about it in the last month's video as well. It's a long standing transit. Mercury is spending, unlike the 3 weeks that it spends, it's spending 9 weeks in your house of education, travel, philosophy in life, the bigger picture of life, the higher mind, because you are being asked to ask the big questions from yourself at this point in time, to answer them. Because before you decide which path you want to take, which kind of people you want to network with, how do you want to connect with them, what is the subject you want to follow, there is a need to get a bigger picture. And there is a need to get faith in that bigger picture. And that is exactly what you do in March. And that gets implemented after Mercury goes direct on 28th of this month. And then we start actually launching things. After 28th of this month is when we should start launching things. But as I mentioned in the Mercury retrograde video, from 14th of this month, you can start laying down the groundwork of next phase. You can start laying down the groundwork for what's happening next. So if you've decided to take up a course or change the line you are in, or take up some sort of on-the-job training, or get a mentor, or you want to travel somewhere to get more meaningful, or you want to move into a different country altogether and you want to legalize into a different country, that is better done after Mercury goes direct after 28th, but you can start laying down the groundwork of that from 14th of this month. In fact, some legal matters might also come for reconsideration during this time, because this is the house of in-laws. So any kind of in-laws, any kind of law comes into consideration and for review and for your re-evaluation during this time. A legal case might come for re-evaluation at this time, but it will take time. After 28th of this month is when you'll see the forward movement in that. So these are the 3 long-standing transits. Now let's get into the details of the rest of the month as well as the full moon at the end of the month. So starting from the 13th of this month, we have some very, very powerful transits during the course of second half of the month, especially around 13th of the month and 16th of the month, when Sun and Pluto and Mercury and Pluto meet together. You get a conviction in your bigger picture, and that might come about through your interaction with somebody else. That might come through an interaction with your partner, with a business partner, but some one-on-one interaction either with your business partner or with a client or with a marriage partner. Something clicks there, some sort of support comes through in your vision, in your faith, in your future, and you get more clarity. It's like a epiphany of sort, like a missing piece of the puzzle that is given in, and it could be in matters related to legal as well. Something related to a legal case, something related to education. It could be related to an actual transition into a different country or legalization, or it could be related to a on-the-job education, some new tools that you're acquiring, which could be a on-the-job training or a mentor that who you're acquiring, and that changes. Something clicks and comes through around 14th of the month, which shows you the forward movement in that, and that supports your life path entirely, because Sun and Mercury are in positive energy with North Node in your sign. So there's a positive energy created in terms of meeting somebody who's karmic in nature. This could be through a chance meeting. This could be through a chance travel. This could be through a chance interaction with somebody who's different from you, but something clicks and then you run with it because you feel empowered to go forward with that idea. You feel empowered to pursue it essentially. This is especially true if you have planets around 22, 23, 24 degree of Cancer, which is if you're born around 9th or 10th of July, you'll feel this power in your core to go forward with something, and Jupiter is supporting you right now, which means that there is a positivity, there's an enthusiasm, there is an ambition in it, which is there. You feel positive and determined essentially to move forward with that vision, with that change, and that translates into action from 17th to 22nd. So from 13th to about 16th of this month, which is this week, you'll get some new information, you'll get some new things come your way, which you start implementing very, very powerfully by either forging a new partnership with somebody, creating a new website, creating a new way to connect with people at a larger scale, because Mars is in your house of networking. So you start connecting with very, very powerful, very influential people who connect with you, who understand your viewpoint, so you can take your vision of your career, vision of your life forward essentially. And 17 to 22nd are very, very conducive for you to connect with people who can support you, finding the right business partners, finding the right business network who can build you up, who can take you to the next level in your career. And this is especially true if you have any planets between 18 to 24 degree, in fact. So from 18 degree of Cancer, that's around 5th or 6th of July, where Saturn is, all the way till 10th of July, you'll feel this very, very strongly. You'll feel it in your core. You feel very, very empowered in the way you act, and you'll be able to act on things that seemed very difficult previously. And then on 20th of this month, Sun moves into Aries, which is your house of career. So for the next 1 month, you'll be focused on bringing this new vision into your career, bringing this new vision into what you do on a day-to-day basis, bringing this new vision in making a name for yourself, or addressing certain authority figures who will support you in this vision. Start getting approvals for a business plan, start getting approvals for a new project, those kind of things. And a new phase in your career will begin in April, in my view, as a result of that. But before we reach April 5th, when you have the new moon in your house of career and you have Pluto and South Node together, first from 20th of this month all the way till 5th or 6th of this of April, you have a focus on your home and family in your opposite side, on your opposite side that comes through, because there's a full moon which is happening in Libra, which is a beautiful full moon happening on 20th or 21st of March, which is happening in your house of home and family. So something in your home and family requires your attention for it to be completed, for it to be culminated. It could be something that you've been working on for the last 6 months. It could be a property matter, it could be a lease, it could be a move, it could be something related to your mother, it could be something related to your home and family which requires your attention. And it is a beautiful full moon because it's very well aspected. Its ruler, which is Venus, is in positive energy with Jupiter. So something positive financially might come through, or something positive in the area of intimacy might come through as a part of this closure to something related to home and family, which happens at the end of the month. At the very least, you will feel more secure in your skin to move forward. At the very least, you'll feel charged up to take on a new adventure in your life moving forward. And Venus is going to start supporting this adventure from 26th of the month, because Venus is moving into your house of adventure. So this big vision that you've got, Venus starts supporting you in that. Venus starts creating the right contacts, makes it easy to interact with people, makes it easy to learn, makes it easy to incorporate these new tools in your career. And you start getting new ideas on what should I do after 26th and 27th on the month, because Uranus starts making contact with Venus. So you'll be going into April with ideas full of excitement, ready to go for it. And Mars moving into your house of 12th, which is of self-care. There's a chance that you might need to work on these ideas behind the scene for some time. You might need to incorporate them behind the scene before you bring it out and launch them. But there's a new phase in your career that is coming in April, and this month is sort of the preparing ground, figuring out the direction, realizing who will work with you, who will support you, who will go with you, who are the mentors who will be there, who are the business people who will support you. Those kind of things happen this month before the new moon of 5th or 6th of April next month, essentially. So that's what I have for now, and then we'll meet again in April to talk about the career bit, because there's more coming in your house of career and public image in the month of April. Thank you so much.